Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset.
What's good, everybody, and welcome if it's your first time viewing. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset. So listen, if this is your first time viewing us, go ahead and subscribe to the Melanin Mindset on YouTube. Turn on those notification bells. Make sure that you also give us a thumbs up. Friend, I'm trying to remember that part. Give us a thumbs up as well. Make sure you're also sharing this with somebody you care about because we got something to say, y'all. Find us out on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset. We're out on TikTok, The Melanin Mindset. And then Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _. So if you are not plugged in everywhere, you can plug in with The Melanin Mindset. Something's the matter. So go ahead and connect with us tonight. This is your chance, okay? Friend, go ahead.
All right. So today, guys, I'm pretty sure the title was a little grabbing if you're looking at it, The Death of Humanity. And we're going to explain like what we're talking about. So this topic came about probably out of my frustration of just the foolery and the pure just seems like disdain for human beings that I find on social media. And so, always, we always start off with a good definition around here. So humanity is just the human. So we talking about humans, y'all. We talking about y'all, us, we, them, they, she, him, her, all of the pronouns, everybody.
She said everybody, all of them.
And another thing I want to kind of point out is like the word humane, and what it is having or showing compassion or benevolence. So intended to have a civilizing or refining effect on people. Just so in layman's terms, just caring. Just caring. Right, friend?
Yeah,
and like
caring.
Oh, you got another definition up here. Civilization is the process by which society in a place reaches an advanced stage of social and cultural development and organization. All right. So what are the impacts on us as a society when we do not show or have a humane belief in certain areas of our life?
Well, hello, here we are. This is the impact on our life, what we're experiencing present day. The stresses, the animosity, the kickback, basically. The kickback or pushback for acceptance is what we experience when we start to get into this place with no regard for others.
You know what's funny though? It's like in this day and age where everybody's like super where we so aware of everything, and everybody has their thing that they support, and this matters, that matters, and all of that stuff. But then simple stuff like you see someone hurt and you just keep going rather than reaching out and helping them. Like what happened to Good Samaritan?
I was about to say they don't keep going. They pull their phone out and start recording. What you mean?
No, some people will just keep going, and some will, like as you said, pull out their phone and start recording. Like what just happened to the Good Samaritan?
Right. People are so focused on making sure they're straight that they're not. I'm gonna give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe that people are just cold-heartedly walking past other people, but they are selfishly only focusing on themselves, which causes them to miss the other people. So I'm being gentle about it. They are selfishly locked in on themselves and what they want. I don't think that,
because I know people will walk by something and act like they don't see it, like they focus on themselves, but get outside in the parking lot and be like, "Girl, I just seen such."
You ain't
lying. You pretended you was self-indulged, but you was all in and didn't help or didn't seek a kind word or even speak or anything like that. But then you go and you tell so and so, "Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I knew that." Well, if you knew that, or you saw that, why didn't you do something or say something or help or You know what I mean?
I'm going to speak for me because, I can't talk for nobody else. So when it comes down to me, where I live at, and our homeless population and people who are asking for things is kind of high on this end of the world. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I have experienced, and this is straight up, I've experienced where I was getting on the highway and I saw a homeless person or someone who appeared to be homeless. Let me not assume, but somebody who needed help. Okay. They were walking up and down, looking in cars, asking for help. So before I got my hips on the highway, I stopped my car and I told them, I said, well, I don't have any cash. And I had food that was not open. I mean, fresh food. I think I told you this story, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh food. Yo, I know it was food I probably had no business. But I gave it to him and he was like, you don't just have the money instead?
Mm.
And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and that was me trying to stop to help somebody. I didn't give what they wanted. And I think that is becoming more and more common where it's like you'll tip. Oh, even the DoorDash people. I know you've seen them videos on social media.
Oh, no,
Where,
I haven't.
yes. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you. I'm about to fill you in now then. So it's a video circulating around right now where a non-melanated woman was delivering a meal and she swore up and down it was $20, 20 miles away, whatever like that. And the person tipped them $8. She said,
Mm-hmm.
that does not equal the distance I had to travel. You should revisit your tip. And they were like, wait, I thought I gave you $8. And she was like, yeah, that's all you gave me. And I drove all the way out here and I had to wait for the food and this, and this. And then she said, well, you know what? That's okay. I'll take it back. And she took the food and walked away with homie's food.
The Dasher?
The Dasher.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. So it makes it hard. It makes it difficult for some people to be so free to give or so free to offer that help.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so do those situations cause you to go through your whole life now not tipping or not, not because you had a bad experience? So like because you had a bad experience with the homeless person or the non-homeless person, because to me, I don't think he was homeless to ask that daggone question. Does it make you not want to help when you see another homeless person?
It makes me more cautious, especially if I'm and this is going to sound kind of awkward, but if I'm in a position like I was in that day, which I was actually hungry. So when I bought the food, granted, I didn't buy the food I had any business buying, but I was actually hungry. And you know how I am. And it's not because it was a homeless person. Anybody can touch my food and I won't eat it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, now you just went through the bag. Now I got to go all the way home and I'm hungry. Now I got to get all the way home and I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be more mindful or maybe even more selective when I offer that support. Or I might find other ways to give back to the homeless community, maybe volunteering, because that's something I've recently started doing here in my city.
Yeah, I with the panhandlers and the homeless people, I just don't.
Is there a reason?
No. I don't know. Maybe there's something inside that I have yet to reveal. But I just don't.
I don't say I'm heavy on the discernment. But
I will always, like, if there is something in our community where we're giving out food or donating to the toy drives during Christmas, sponsoring a kid, I'm down for all of that. But there's just something about, I don't know, because I can't even say that because I feel like I've always been like this. But then there's things that happens that just makes me more settled in my ways. Like that story you had. My husband is real quick to give homeless people something. I remember one time it was, and I don't even think this was homeless people. I think this was like an organization asking for donations. You know how sometimes the firefighters are out there? I don't remember. But he gave somebody the change that was in the cup holder. They threw the change back at him. Yeah.
Girl, I told somebody I don't have cash. I told the little kids were collecting for football. And you know how they be out there with their little helmets and stuff. Yeah. And they were collecting money and I gave change. And when I put the change in there, they ain't give it back now. They ain't give me my change back. But they did tell me, we have Cash App too. When I told them I have cash. I was like,
Now we have
Homie
Cash
said I
App
take
too.
Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, all of it.
Yeah, there was also a time where I saw somebody, out in the middle. You know how they be down here, they in the middle of the street walking back and forth at the red light, right? So
Mhm.
I'm about, I want to say about 20 miles away from home. By the time I got home to the intersection right before where I make my turn, that same person was on that corner. How he beat me there is beyond me. But I'm like, come on now.
Oh, shoot.
Did he get a ride? Did somebody give him a ride? Like, no.
Was he following you?
No.
Now those people too that I see whose
He
outfits
wasn't even following me. He got there before I did. I must have been following him.
See, friend, that's the thing that makes it difficult to be that person who will bear the burden of the community and support it. I am, like I said, I found more secure ways to be able to give back, such as volunteering and things like that. But as far as number one, me putting myself in a position where number one, somebody can reach in my car and it's me by myself.
Yeah, see, I think all of those
Cut
things
it.
run through my head. That's why I
Cut
just
it.
no. I just be no and trying to get away as fast as possible.
In that moment, I realized, in that moment when that happened with the Wendy's, because I had Wendy's, y'all, that's what I had that I had no business having. So in that moment with the Wendy's, when he tried to give it back to me, he could freely just stick his hand in my window because I had just handed it to him. So I done put my window down, being nice, and then handed it out the window to him. And he done stuck it right back in the window to me. I dropped it on the ground and pulled off. You get what I'm saying? So it's like to think I'm by myself in a car and that takes place or that happens, then that puts me in an unsafe position too. So it's some of that too.
I think also for me, I've seen, it's gonna sound bad. I'm trying to say it where it don't sound bad.
Just say it.
But there was something I read that says where you are right now is the sum total of all the decisions you have made up to this point. So, I mean, at some point, those people gotta, like, how did you get here? Like, I feel like I would need an explanation before I, like, I need to know, like, what happened. And I know people who have family members who are out on the street right now in our area. And when you talk to those people, it's like, well, why, because of course you go, well, why didn't you let them come stay with you? Well, why aren't you helping? But some people especially think it gets to a point where I can only help you but so much.
Facts.
And if it's drugs and alcohol, it's like I can't do but so much. But that's not even what we talking about today. I want to talk about just on a social scale, just like your friends, your family, your neighbors, I remember somebody, my son was at the salon with me and I was in the back and he was sitting up front. And I bet you can guess which kid this was if I tell the story. And so he got up because he was out of my eyesight. And there was a lady up there. And the lady was like, whose kid is this? And everybody was like, not mine. And she mushed my baby.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I bet she did.
But here was what my issue was. Everybody in the salon had talked about it and then told me long after this lady was gone. So now there's this rage in me that wants to beat the crap out of everybody in the salon because y'all sat there and watched that lady mush my baby.
That part.
Because if it was one of y'all little nappy head kids, and this is exactly what I told them, I would have been like, are you crazy? I probably would have snatched her myself. And it's not so much that like these people I had only been working with for a short period of time. So it wasn't even so much of that's my dog, that's my friend, that's my sister. It's just wrong.
You don't
put your hands on nobody else's child.
That part.
So I was just ticked off at everybody. Like, and then you had the audacity to come tell me. And my baby was like 3 at the time.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like you had the audacity to watch somebody mush my 3-year-old and then come tell me.
I know it couldn't have been but one of them. Because if somebody to mush that other little boy, it didn't matter how old he was, he'd have had his. I wish them the best. Oh man, but see, with that being said, it's like, what is it doing to our community? This thought process that it's like me, or only me and mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What does that do? Because I'll take something from what you just said. How you were like, they asked, whose child is this? And everybody was like, not mine. Well, that's not the question. The question was, whose child is it?
Yeah.
Right? The question was, whose kid is it? Not that it's not your kid. You get what I mean? And especially, and you don't have to be my best friend at work. You really don't. But if you are somebody who knows who I am as a human being, and you know that is my offspring, that is also, by direct connection, a human being as well, that then take away the fact that it's someone that it's you don't put your hands on kids. But the thing is that this person who is connected to me, just simply because you know of me, should be enough for you to step up. Like, if it's a complete stranger's child, I don't know whose kid it is, but little Tommy, come have a seat. You get what I mean? But if it's a direct connection, be it a new coworker, a new friend, a new person I came across, like, that is Kia's child. Come here, Kia's child. Why? Because I feel like Kia would want me to get her child if her child was in the way. Why? Because I have at least crossed paths with Kia. And I'm going to be real with y'all. Anybody who crossed paths with Kia, you will find out real fast. Okay? You will find out real fast. This is not coming from a, ooh, she my bestie situation. Like, no. Anybody who comes across Kia will find out real quick before her child is able to cause a ruckus. She would much rather you say, have a seat. And then when she comes out, what happened? I told him to have a seat because I saw it coming. Oh, okay, no problem. But instead of you saying something, you allowed a thing. So now I really got beef because you let it happen.
Yeah.
You let it happen.
Yeah, so, that was one of those. That was one of those I had to call Jimmy days because I said, "Babe, I'm about to go to jail. I am about to go to jail. I was Medea. I'm about to burn this place down."
Bruh, that part. So we're going to ask out to the viewers. We're going to ask to the viewers just from the little bit that we discussed, even as far down to giving to those when we see somebody who might be struggling or whatnot like that. Where is your stance? Like, what do you think is going on with us right now? And where are we headed? Like, what is going to be this community impact? Because everybody's doing me. And I did put a definition in there for that, friend, because we like a good, for doing me. So let me go ahead and grab that real fast.
I see it. It said the act of putting yourself first and to make yourself happy.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I know the Melanin Mindset has done self-care. We've taught mental health. We've taught building up, boundaries, all of that good stuff. We've discussed all of that. However, at no point have we negated the fact that other people also exist.
Yeah. And there's also this like when you doing me, I'm doing me, I got to be happy for myself. Like, I wonder, the people who express that so explicitly, are you still thinking about the impact that your decisions and actions have on other people? Because they always will. Like, the things you do and the things you choose, I don't care who you are, it has an impact on somebody else in your life.
Big facts.
And people don't think about that. I mean, even so far as, I'm pretty sure, like, I've heard these stories of, people dating and then later finding out that they're related somehow. And like, the only way that is possible is because, your parents was doing them. Somebody
kept a secret.
Care about nobody but them. They was getting a whatever and never identified that, I made some poor choices. This is your mama. This is your cousin. Them is your people. Like,
that part.
But you was doing you because you was happy. But then you have this child that's growing up as a young adult or a teenager, just broken and confused that, like, why wouldn't my mama tell me she had a sister? and her sister got kids, and now I'm dating my first cousin. Like, why wasn't that vital information to reveal?
I'm gonna tell you something strong in the Black community. Why didn't they tell me that that was not my play cousin? Or why didn't they tell me that that was, that was my play cousin? Why didn't
Yeah.
they tell me, you know what I mean? So now I done grew up and I need a kidney, and here I am leaning on these people, and it's like I was adopted, but nobody ever told
Nobody told me. I
nobody
think we
ever
talked
told.
about that on another episode. I'm like, y'all need to tell these adopted kids while they're young. You can tell kids
Listen,
anything while they're young, but you tell them after 13, they are going to be broken.
yes, my entire life was a lie at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, is this are you my brother? Like, if I need a kidney, I can call you brother. Is you my brother? You get
It's
what I
like
mean?
we're gonna have to start asking these type of questions in families.
That
Like
part.
when I'm sitting around and I'm a different color than everybody, maybe I need to start asking some questions.
Girl, I got makeup on my hand.
Absolutely, Linda. Yes, the secrets. But it's not even back in the day because the same thing is still happening.
Remember, we talked about the Black family dynamic. The Black family dynamic. What happens in Mama house, stay in Mama house.
Yeah.
That was y'all need to go back and watch that one, because that was a good one from
but
last
the thing
season.
about it is, okay, so here I'm gonna say this, because here's the thing: it ain't stay in Mama house. There was at least 20 people who knew that story. At the very least, there's 20 people who know that Man belonged to Keisha, and Keisha done sent Man down to Carolina to live because they was illegitimate or whatever.
You want to take that one?
I give when the Holy Spirit moves me. Most of the time, it's money. Occasionally, I have bought or given food. Living in New York City, if you give to everyone, you'll be homeless next week. Fact.
I know I said I wasn't going to be loose with my applause this season, but that one, I feel like that deserved an applause. That's a fact. That is a whole fact. And it's the same way here in Atlanta. If you give to everybody you see, you're going to be next to them next week. And that's just what it is. But it's like, I like how you said that, when you feel moved, because I have definitely grown into more discernment when it comes to how I help people. Absolutely. And I think that has come with age in a major way. I move a little bit different when it comes down to me just giving freely. The only place I give freely is at church. But other than that, I'm kind of mindful and monitoring and keeping tabs and keeping my eye on it. I'm just,
Now I think I have the opposite problem. Like, I am a giver. I'm not a giver of money. That the Holy Spirit did not lay that upon my heart.
And that's all right.
I pay my tithes, I do my offering, but like, I will give you my time and my energy, like, freely, and so bad and so freely. We talked about this on the boundaries episode. Like, I don't have boundaries. My boundaries are not good. And then I get frustrated, and then the things that I'm supposed to do for myself go undone. But then I feel so bad for the not even feeling bad. Like, I feel what the other person is going through, and if I feel like I'm equipped to help them get out of that poor or negative feeling, I'll help. Like, what you need me to do? You need me to come help you paint? You need me to come help you? Like, I'm that person.
Part. What you need a ride? I got you. You meet me at the gas station. I'll put some gas in your car. I'm that person. I'm not I'm gonna send you gas. When no. Come meet me at the gas station. We're gonna put this gas in the car. Because I know that for me, when it comes down to looking at how I give or I help or I provide support to my community, I am a person who I don't have to know all the time. But on our budget episode, Nisha told us, she said, if somebody asks you for money, they should be able to tell you why they need it. And they should be able to let us know. They should be able to tell me, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm not trying to get a couple of dollars so that I can still have money to go to the club and keep my lights on. Like, no, I just need to keep my lights on. I'm not trying to get to the club too. Because then that's when you find yourself no longer being a lender. Now I'm starting to be like a money manager. Like, no, I don't care where necessarily, your money went, but where is my money going? I'm not worried about where your money went. Where is my money going? And that's that. And then two, if you got too many questions, just don't give it.
Yeah, I don't have no questions. I'm just not giving it. I'd be like,
Well, so
I
let's
don't.
look at some of the. Oh Lord, there go that call.
And it's probably more so because me and my financial relationship is not all that great. So I am, if I give it to you, I'm gonna have to borrow it back in a couple hours. It's how you ask for stuff. If you need a bill pay, ask, can I help you with your bill?
That's
Yeah.
facts. Send me the link. I'll pay it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm more apt to live that way too. I'm more
Yeah.
apt to send me the link. I'll pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's something about for me and my peace of mind, and that could sound real nasty. I think I can count on these fingers how many people don't need to tell me Jack, and I'll send it to them.
You know what else though? I think though, because this whole dynamic, like what we're talking about, like does it sometimes make people less prone to ask for help? For the fact that it may become like, just like I was just saying about like we was talking about, you see somebody hurt and rather than trying to help them, you record it.
That part.
Like if I call you and ask you like, listen, I need help, I'm a little short on my light bill, am I going to go on social media tomorrow and be like, oh, people need to prioritize their life, I'm over here sending money, and that happens a lot on social media, like the little shady comments that will
Are you
make you be
serious?
like, yeah, that will make you be like, this is why. Or fast forward down the line, I'm mad at you because something, let's just say I'm mad at you because you slept with my boyfriend. But now you gonna go online and call me out like, oh, when she was broke, I paid for such and such and such. You know what I mean? Like, no, you
So
still
are you
wrong.
telling me that that's the equivalent? Like,
You
because
still slept with my man. Like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't care what happened prior to this.
because I kept the lights on for him to be able to keep the lights on, then I don't like. Hold up, bro. Just because you gave me some money, mean you get to sleep with my dude?
Yeah, no, but I'm just
Screwed
saying
up.
it happens. Like, where people will start what they call it, pulling receipts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like,
I got receipts.
I had to do this for her, I had to do this for him, and it's like that makes people less prone to ask for anything or
Right.
ask for help.
That's facts. Whole facts. And I think too, with the whole, when people are so, oh, I'm doing me, or I got me and mine, and blah blah blah, and now you done gassed yourself up to make
Yeah.
it seem like all your stuff is together. Oh, it's more comments. Friend, scroll. Oh, you can't scroll for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I got me and mine. We good. We good. We great. Right. But
Yeah.
then turn around and
Mm-hmm.
I need help. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, I thought you was good and you was great.
Yeah,
That's a
this
thing
one.
too.
People also go online and say it be your own people when you tell them no, or everyone can count on me, but where's everyone when I need them?
Ooh,
Like a lot of people do that.
I'm sorry.
And these are the people that make me ignore them because you got my number. If you needed help, you would have called me. I'm not reading your posts and be like, oh, let me call and see if she okay. And that could be bad on my part too. But I feel like if you really needed help or you really wanted help, why are you posting it online?
And if we were really that close, why didn't you just call me? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you really think I got it, like, let's just be honest. If you really think I got it, why didn't you just call me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Not that I'm keeping it from you. Why didn't just call me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've shared with you. No, I didn't even tell you. I didn't tell anybody. And somebody reached out to me that I hadn't spoken to in God knows how long. And I'm not even going to hint at anything. But they needed help. And I gave them the help and didn't accept it back. Why? Because I sincerely know if you reached all the way down to
you
me.
done came over here. You must have really needed some help.
You done came all the way on this side of Facebook. You came all the way down here on this street. And then the craziest thing is, I'm like I shared with y'all earlier, judge if you must, but I'm real funny. So I didn't know for sure that it was them.
Yeah.
So I was like, call me on video. And they called me on video. And I was like, that's all I needed. You don't have to tell me nothing. And I went ahead and sent it. And that was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the end of it. I just needed to be sure my money was going to them. And that was it. That was all there was to it. And it was not a conversation. It was not a Facebook post. I will never bring it up to them again. And if they can figure out who they are, it is what it is. But I'm telling you, that is the thing that is the biggest fear, I'm sure, for others, is that you might end up being a Facebook post. Now, the one you said before, the one you said, what'd you say? Or was that Stan that put it in there?
Yeah.
It be your own people.
It be your own people.
I can count on everybody. Can count on me, but I can't count on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those, and then the where, like you had said, where the girl, I know that was figurative, but she helped and then she slept with her friend's dude. But it's like, oh yeah, no, I gave this and da 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 da. Like, hold up, player, hold up, swole.
Like, this is not helping your defense.
We got comments.
It's not helping your defense. We didn't care before the person. They want to see if you want to. Yeah, because now you done told them no, and then you go online to see, hey, where everybody at when I need them. If I can help somebody, I will. If it's my child or grandchild and I don't have it, I'll find a way to get it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And that's facts. That's facts. When it comes, if you really, I feel like the other grandmom said this in the chat. She said it didn't come from the heart.
Yeah.
And it didn't. If it has a stigma or a contingency, there we go. That's the word I want. If it has a contingency attached to it, it wasn't real to begin with.
Yeah.
So, friend, I don't know if you see the time, but listen, if you didn't already know, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. The link is down below in our description box. You, as a viewer of the Melanin Mindset, can save 15% on orders, clearance included. Y'all, the new line that they have out right now is fly. I need to do a Dianu haul, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted because we're gonna do that. But we'll be back in about 45 seconds. Y'all hang with us, okay? What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to Dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Thank y'all so much for hanging in with us. You know, Dianu is where you want to shop because they support the Melanin Mindset, and I know you do too. So 15% off, clearance included. Now listen, at this point, if you're not already subscribed to the Melanin Mindset, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells, and give us a good old thumbs up on this content this evening. Make sure that you share this with somebody you care about as well. We're out on Facebook, the Melanin Mindset. We're on TikTok, the Melanin Mindset, and then Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _. So once again, plug in wherever you can plug in, so that way you can know what's going on with the Melanin Mindset. So did you already post that other one up, friend?
What?
Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, cool. All right. So remember, y'all can become an official MFer by purchasing your Melanin Mindset tee, scanning that QR code right there. Okay. So you can become an official MFer and true supporter of the Melanin Mindset by scanning the QR code right here on the screen and ordering your Melanin Mindset t-shirt. We also have other merch out there too. So thank you all in advance for your support. Fred, let's see what we got in the chat after we went to a break. I want a shirt. Scan the code. Click the link right there in the chat. I'm pointing up like the chat is above me. I think the chat is over here on YouTube, right? Or is it over
I don't even see it on YouTube.
You have to open the chat, friend.
I have the chat open.
Oh, well then I don't know.
But I see it. The link is in the chat. The link's in the chat.
The chat is somewhere over here.
It's not a scan though. You can just click. You just click the link.
Yes, all you gotta do is click that link in the chat, and you can get your shirt to Aunt Mona. All right, so friend, let's go ahead and get back into it. I know I didn't show Nick and Naya this week, but I feel like that was a whole lot going on. So, that was a lot going on just now. But y'all, listen, for real, I plan to do a Dianu haul I'm gonna do one, and I'll do some, try on stuff or whatnot, and show y'all some of the how it fits lovely on the thick girls, honey, because it's complimentary.
Then I said boo because you didn't show the picture.
Oh, listen, now you know that's my baby, so she want her picture up here. Here go her picture. All right. So there's Nick and Naya, and they are oh so beautiful. Yes. Yes. All right. So make sure y'all support and get 15% off by shopping Theano Apparel. All right. So friend, let's check out the chat. What we got going on. If I can help somebody, okay, cool. So let's go ahead and keep going. We read that one.
Yeah. I I always be having story time. So let me tell a couple stories.
Have at it.
So I was at the store with my daughter and her friend, and I got instantly annoyed when we walked in. There was too much going on. My senses were going crazy. But there was a mom, and I think it was a mom, but she was obviously calling for this small child. Like small, maybe 4, maybe 5. I really think like 3, 4.
Small.
Right? I was in Rainbow. Anybody in Rainbow know the chaos, the maze that is Rainbow and going through the clothes. Rainbow. I knew somebody was going to ask what store. Rainbow. So she's standing at the door yelling the baby name. But this baby had to walk past 8 people before my daughter's friend found the little girl and escorted her to her mother. But I just was wondering, like, now I know these people saw this child and hear this lady yelling for this child, but y'all just kept letting the child get lost in between the clothes. Like, sometimes I don't think we think in perspective when it comes to children, how big that store and how it's chaotic for me, and I'm an adult. So for a child, that girl was lost. You might as well have dropped her off in the 100-acre woods.
Not the 100-acre woods.
She's trying to follow the voice. She looked just as lost and confused. And then my daughter and her friend, you saw the clothes moving, and they thought it was an animal. They looking like, what is that? And it was the child, and she took the child to her mom. But I was like, she had been calling her for a good couple minutes since we had walked in the store. So I know somebody else saw this child. Like, wasn't nobody gonna say she over here? Come on, little girl, go over there. Like nothing. Y'all just
ask the respective adult that's standing near the child if it belongs to them.
Like nothing. Nothing. I remember when Jeremiah went missing in the mall, and I just start yelling. I said, I know all these grown people seen a little boy running around with no shoes on. And somebody finally goes, I think he went up the steps. But y'all see me looking for this boy. And nobody was going to say nothing until I started yelling.
Friend, listen, and that does tie into the whole, and I'm not saying that they they were. At that point, they were. They were only thinking about themselves. They were not concerned about anybody else. I know you seen that boy slide past you.
I know you seen him go by.
Listen, but COVID made things different, friend.
It's now present day. Jeremiah. Come on now, this was how many years ago?
Oh well, I know Jeremiah.
This was about 11 years ago.
That had to be forever ago, eons ago at this point. But I mean, like present day with COVID and things like that, it makes it a little weird. Like how I used to be in the grocery store and you see a little kid and you be like, "Oh, they're so cute," and you smile at them or wave at them, and people be like, "Hey." That's how people are now. Why? Because of COVID. So it's kind of like they don't want anybody nearby. So what about those people who are navigating those waters? We absolutely live in a selfish world. You can't put them in the same
category because the people who are hyper aware of COVID and don't want people around their kids are not standing in the front of the store yelling for their kid that they done lost in Rainbow. They don't give a daggone. Clearly, she wasn't even walking around. She just was standing there calling the baby name.
That's facts. That is.
Now I say it out loud because somebody might not baby. We're gonna call her Amber. She's just standing at the front of Amber. Come on, Amber. I mean, like. For a good 2 minutes, which is a long time.
And she didn't move?
Somebody yell Amber.
But wait, my thing is this. Her small child was missing. Now, I know the people in the store wasn't right either, but the mama just stood there hollering.
She wasn't right either. She just stood there hollering.
So we just got the blind leading the blind. Yeah. And yes, other grandma, we definitely live in a very selfish world. I'm going to put it on the screen. And to that point, what does that mean? So what happens in the selfish world that we live in? Do you think we still have honest relationships?
Yeah.
Do you
Do
think
we?
we're still able to have or foster honest relationships? And y'all can comment on that, by the way. Let us know. What do you think?
And I honestly, like, I believe there's both. There's both to everything. You got honest relationships, and you have dishonest relationships, and you have people who are just putting on a show. But it's still like the ones who are like just putting on a show. Like, people are literally getting together for their own benefits. Like, there's this new thing where, where people have open marriages, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing it because, well, you all right, we get along, let's get married because you got good benefits and I make good money. So let's get married, but we're not committed to each other because we're not intimately in love with each other, but you work well on paper, so to speak.
Listen, girl, you know I've been watching a lot of Discovery Plus lately. So all right, so it's this thing right now, trying to find a brother husband or something like that, right? And
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I have sat and listened to this foolery. All right. So the girl said basically she cheated on her husband. And she explained to her husband that she really just loves him, and this is me I'm not yucking nobody's yum. It's not for me. Okay, that's all. And so the girl was like, oh, she cheated on her husband and fell in love with somebody else. So she came back to him and she explained to him how she was in love, and it had no slight to the love she has for him. She just loves him in his own way, and she loves him in his own way. Her husband co-signed to this stuff. So now, yeah. So in it, girl, they was melanated, and so and, and so it's like then they're in the house together. So they have a room together, and then her and her original husband have a room together. So of course she's like, we can't legally be married both ways, but I've been married to my husband for 26 years, and I've been in a committed marriage with this other man for 10 years. And I was just kind of like, mind blown. Told our kids, opened it up to our kids for their feedback. Again, mind blown. The biggest issue they had between the two of them was that she could not keep her jeans zipped up. So because of that, she has now justified the fact by saying, no, it does not discount the love I have for my husband.
It absolutely
doesn't
that's exactly
he does something different for me.
That is exactly
so he's my
what
adventure and my excitement and my fun, and he's my level-headed, intelligent conversations and focus. And so they feed different parts of me because I am altogether that one person. It's a little bit of me in each. So I get to, do that. And now, girl, we had a part in the show where now she's looking for another boyfriend, and so now the other husband is jealous.
That's where we was when we go back to that topic of dang it, my brain just dropped it because I tried to wait until you finished talking.
I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I don't rant very often, but I was in that one just now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was about to say. It'll come back, but let's read the comments. It's levels to relationships. Yes, you can have an honest relationship. It depends on the parties involved. Absolutely. Nowadays people are in relationships because it's like, what can you do for me, and not what can I do for my
significant
other. Yeah. That's a big one. That's a big one. Like, it's never like you're going into it looking. It's almost like people are getting in relationships like they're job hunting. Like, you looking at the benefit package before you even looking at the job description.
That part.
You want to know, all right, how much I'm getting paid and what's my benefits. Oh, you didn't even look at the fact that you got to shovel shit. Like, and then you get on the job and you like, oh wait, this is not what I signed up for. Yes, it is.
Right, that part. That part.
This is not what I signed up for. So now, because you mad because you don't want to shovel the crap, now you over here somewhere else cheating on the crap. Never mind.
This is a fact. I'm so done with
Mhm.
you. He said, do we have to be careful on what we listen to in the conversations we're in? Just a question. And that's, yes, we do. We have to. We have to always be mindful of the conversations we conduct
Mhm.
and the things we allow into our space. That's
You
a
know,
fact.
I'm hypersensitive about that.
Yeah, her ear gate
You
and
know,
eye gate,
certain
she
things
ain't
you'll call
playing.
and tell me, I'm like, I can't. I don't want to hear that right now.
Mm-mm.
It'll mess up my entire being. Like certain
But see,
things
you're
just
you're an empath. You're
I'm definitely an
definitely
empath.
an empath. Me is something the matter with me. I'm Teflon. She's an empath. It just rolls off of me. She takes it in. I like, and that's a fact. That's a fact where you have to be mindful of the things. Probably not to my extreme or even to her extreme. You got to
Yeah.
find a happy medium. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to find a happy medium, and that's not to say I don't care, but I definitely guard the conversations that I allow around me because you can easily be influenced by the wrong
What's
message.
funny to me is like people who tend to be empaths often are better at helping the people they so-called feel, and it's not feel for, because if you feel for or have pity for someone, that's sympathy, and I don't have that at all. Which
You
is so
almost
weird.
submerge.
I don't feel sorry for you at all.
Yeah.
And that's the weird part. But if I feel what you feel, then I'm like, okay, this is what we can do to fix it. And sometimes that's not what people want. Sometimes people just want you to listen to them. And then sometimes for me, it's just like, well, if you crying about the no good nigga, let's leave him. Like that's me. Like it makes me want. I feel your pain, but I know for me, if I had this feeling, it's like let's get rid of that feeling. But
Yeah.
some people, that's not what everybody wants. Some people like feeling sad and being in terrible situations. I don't know why.
Oh, girl, this chat is going crazy. Here we go.
Yeah,
We need to catch up. We got to catch up. All right. So, what did we just pin?
that was me. I took it off.
Oh, okay. So, it's a crazy, mixed up world. It's dog eat dog, and the world
The
is
ghetto.
a ghetto. Listen, it's a song right now I relate to so well. It says, "Earth is ghetto. I want to leave." Oh my gosh. What we got? We live in an all about me society. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's a whole fact. We absolutely live in definitely an all about me society, and people do. They get in these relationships to escape their reality. I skipped one.
Yes, they do.
Wants to have her cake and eat it too. Yeah, she does. Let's see.
Yeah, because what's gonna end up happening is her husband gonna realize how good of a man that other husband was, and they both gonna leave her. They're gonna be together.
Listen, that part. So I love this one, other grandmom. I love this one. They're looking for the assets and bringing nothing themselves. Listen, when I cannot stand this current phrase that every bad is coming up with, bringing out. They're basically saying, "Oh, he asking me what I'm bringing to the table. I am the table." No, honey, you're not. You are not. You are not the table. You are not the chairs. You are not the legs that hold up the board. Like, no, sis, you are not. Because what makes you the table?
You know, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one.
Girl.
Because I think what happens is women just don't know how to articulate what they mean when they say, "I'm bringing me." And most of the men who say that have never had a real woman in their life to know what a real woman is bringing to the table. Like, for example, like just think about how many things you do for your husband that he has no idea that you do. Like your favorite snack is always in the cabinet. You don't even think about how I came about that. You don't even think about the fact that I went to Publix to get it and they didn't have it, and I went to Winn-Dixie and get it and they didn't have it, and so I stopped at Walgreens and they had it and I bought all of them, and it was heavy as hell, and you wasn't home to help me get it out the car. Like those things are hard to articulate.
Right.
Like the fact that you always got drawers in your drawer. Like those are and they seem small, but when you put all those things together, bro, that's how you live life.
That's whole facts.
And then a lot of times the guy's answer is, but I could do that. But do you? But do you? Right?
But can you really?
But do you? Because really, the average single guy's mama is doing it if he don't have a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
You go to your mama's house to pick up your laundry. So having someone else occupies them. That way they don't have to deal with themselves. Well, apparently that lady's needed several people to occupy her.
That way she don't have to face
somebody to occupy each one of her personalities. She got other issues. It never
you have the
rolls
ability
off
to put it
you.
off.
You have the ability to put off to side, but it's still in you. I'm guessing that referred to something we said.
Yeah, I said you're more like I said you're you're an empath, but I'm more like Teflon. You take it in and I let it roll off.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say no, I don't pick it up. I don't. Sometimes I don't even hear it. Now there are certain people who can say,
but you did say something. You said like I take it in. I don't take it in though. Like I just understand the feeling.
You connect with the feeling. Right?
Yeah, I can connect with the feeling.
Yeah, I don't.
But not I don't know.
No, you don't absorb it like you don't.
Okay. So I'm more like, all right, you feel this way, this is what you need to
do. Yeah, you're looking to help them solve the issue. Me, I struggle with that. Like if somebody calls me, now Kia, that's different. If it's you, it's different. I'm more empathetic to you, but that's not what I'm saying. Because I want to be clear with that. But if some other person, random person, were to call me and be emotionally, hysterically crying, that is going to be the most uncomfortable situation for me as a person. And it's just because I absolutely struggle to be able to realize why you have decided to be where you are. You made a comment earlier. You're the sum total of your decisions. And my brain just automatically goes there. Like, I don't understand how you're there and I'm here and this is why we're going through this together. Like, but then if it's logical, I'm good. I got you. I'm only bringing.
It wouldn't be an episode if Stan wasn't Stan.
Oh my gosh, Stan be standing, boy. Listen, y'all better watch out because we're about to have Stan on the Melanin Mindset.
I can't stand. I need a man to pay my bills. Who's paying them now?
Where's my laugh button? There's a laugh
you,
somewhere.
Look, you paying for it.
And I heard the most disgusting thing on the radio. And I'm sorry, it's probably not terribly disgusting to everybody, but to me it was disgusting. Homegirl called into the radio and they were making a comment about women having men who maybe didn't work or you providing for men, etc., right? And so this lady calls in and she was like, oh, her ex-husband, blah, 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 blah. And so the radio personality says to her, how much you weigh? And she was like, well, like 3 or whatever. He said, see, that's why big girls is winning. Girl, I was disgusted. And then she starts to feed into this stuff.
Wait, I'm sorry. You know how sometimes it takes me a minute because I was reading the comments. Say it again.
So she calls into the radio. I can't remember the core essence of the reason she called, but it landed on she's 300 plus pounds. Her dude don't do nothing. You know, what kind of job he got? Oh, he don't need no job. You know, I got to eat. I cook. I clean. I take care of him. All he got to do is put it down. And that's when the radio personality was like, that's why big girls is winning. She goes, and is. And I said, oh, no, ma'am.
How is she winning? What is she winning?
You're losing. That is an L. You lost.
What is she actually winning, though? But that's what I failed to see what it is that she's winning.
That's why big girls are apparently getting all the relationships or getting all the men coming back to them. Because she cooks and she cleans and she provides everything for him. All she expects from him is that he put it down. Friend, that must be an episode. That's gotta be an episode.
I just had an empath moment for everybody. Like I would feel some type of way if I was a slender woman. And what, like I do that. I would like. What are you saying? I don't understand what you're saying.
That part.
Whoa, okay.
Girl, that
big
thing.
Big girls is winning because they suck.
Yep, big girls is winning because they suckers. Sis, is you a sucker? That's the episode. Boom. She was winning at losing.
Exactly. What's she winning? What's the competition? What's the score?
She is winning at losing. Okay, you're winning at losing.
Yeah, because that doesn't sound like winning at all.
Yes.
Sound like the dude winning. He winning. He ain't got to do nothing. He's winning. She's not.
Oh,
He is.
man. So Fred,
He has cracked the code. He got the cheat code. Up, down, A, B, start. He's winning.
Homie, no.
What the heck?
He know all the codes, bro. He got it. Listen, so with this do it me mentality that we seem to be adopting in today's society, please know it's going to put you in a position where you end up being isolated. It's going to put you in a position where you have nobody to help and you're the bitter family member posting on Facebook that you're there for everybody and nobody's there for you. So do not put yourself in that position. We're not saying do not see about yourself or do not keep an eye on your mental health. What we're saying is make sure while you're trying to keep sight of yourself that you don't lose sight of everybody else, y'all. It's important that you do not lose sight of everybody else. Now, granted, there are benefits to us making sure that we put ourselves ahead of other things. You know, there are benefits. You may find where you have a better understanding and a resolve about the decisions that you make, because that's definitely a thing. You're more confident in your decision-making abilities and you're not relying on everybody else to guide you in the choices you make for your life, because that's a sucky place to be, where you can't make a decision for yourself or you feel like, is she going to have a problem with me doing this? Like, even down to, friend, I've shared with you some aspirations and things like that, and you're just like, well, I don't know, like, you might not need, you know what? No, you're going to get what you want that fits what you believe is what you need right now. And just make it work for your budget. You know what I mean? And so that's the stance. It's not about me doing what other people. No, my friend has been through that walk of life. So now I'm heading into that walk of life and I value your thoughts. Now, will those thoughts have any bearing on my final decision? Absolutely. But will they make my final decision? Absolutely not. No. So y'all just keep that in mind as we go on. Friend, you got anything else to say?
Not at all.
Yes,
I'm
honey.
Good.
All right.
All hearts and minds.
All hearts and minds are clear. Everybody hands up. Listen, when it comes to doing you, it is short-lived. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy the moment, but you will not enjoy the lifetime. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning into the Melanin Mindset. We absolutely love and adore you. Make sure you catch us next week, same time, same channel. Y'all, we out.